I want you to explain your time here. And it's when you worked at Olive Garden.
Yeah, I was one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
I think it was like $9 an hour or something like that.
Crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Hello, my name is Christian Lee here for Earworm Digital. We're here with, would you like to introduce yourself?
Jackie Hayes.
And Jackie, hi.
Yeah.
Does it ever feel weird like introducing yourself?
I wouldn't say that I do it that often. Does it feel weird? No. I feel very neutral about it. Yeah.
Because how many interviews have you done before? Do you feel like you're like media trained?
How many interviews have I done? Video ones? Not very many, but I've I've done the ones where you type everything out or on the phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. Great start to the interview so far. But how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Now that interviewing you, you look very good. I like the all black.
I appreciate it. I actually got this blazer at a thrift store a long time ago, and I'm very happy about it.
Because obviously you're gonna slay on stage, but right now you look like you're about to go in like a big meeting,
Maybe I am.
Maybe there's some record execs up there,
Yeah, I wish. That would be really nice, though, right?
It would be.
No, I just wear this. This is like my go-to outfit when I don't know what else I want to wear.
Yeah, that's a huge drumming. Well, good thing we will edit this out in post. But... Is that gonna be a big rum or no? We're good? Okay, cool. Anyways, okay, wait. Let's reset a little bit. Okay, so what were we talking about before?
We were talking about clothing.
Oh yeah, clothing. Anyways, this is good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And outside of your outfit, let's talk about what we're here for, the music. And so let's talk about the song that you dropped last month, Inner Monologue.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's a great song. I like it a lot. It's very catchy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But tell me a little bit more about that. What was the writing process like? What inspired you to write that song?
It's funny because this is the first song that I really like. I wrote everything down in terms of what I did to write the song, right? So essentially it was a stream of consciousness. So the first part of it, I wrote it when I was on tour last year, and I was sitting in the car looking out the window, just thinking to myself, right? And then the rest of it was when I got home from that tour, and I just kind of filled in the blanks, And the main thing about that song is essentially like a conversation with myself about self-sabotage, and just kind of it was almost like a journal entry in a way, and that's why I named it Inner Monologue, because I literally took what I was thinking at the time and just put it out into a song.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what I like the song a lot, because it is so real about, just doing self-sabotage, because we've all been there,
and sometimes I'll just think things and, well, okay, that was really vague, what I just said. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think things a lot, too.
I do. I consider a lot of things at any given moment, but I would say I am a really introspective person, and, a lot of my songs, not even just Inner Monologue, are literally just me taking, literally whatever it is that I'm thinking and just putting it down into a song, and that's not necessarily how I am approaching every single song these days, but I'd say for a good 2 or 3 years there, that was my my writing process for sure.
And speaking about your writing process too, because you did go on tour with Vacations last year, but this year been a little bit more low key. I heard from sources that you've been writing and making a lot of music this year, and so tell me more about that.
Yeah, so it's funny because last year I played 53 shows, and this year I'll have played 5. And, with all that free time that I've had, I have really dug into writing music in a way that I really haven't before. And I have 10 new songs that I've written and recorded, and I'm finishing up the last few of those.
So you went on tour last year, and you said you did 53 shows. But now, this year, I heard you're just doing more like songwriting, making music.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
So what I would say is about songwriting
Yes,
it's something that I've really had the pleasure of getting better at this last year. And I think, what's been helping me is I've been reading a lot of books and reading a lot of poetry, and just like, even I have a Tumblr account.
That's brave of you to say.
I have a Tumblr account, and I find so many like quotes from different things and I just read them all, and I just soak it in. And yeah, I mean, I think more than ever, maybe this is just me getting older, I'm writing about different things. I think Inner Monologue is a bit similar to some of the other stuff that's come out, but some of the newer songs are more about experiences that I've had, within the last year or two. And I think obviously with having been on tour for as long as I was last year as well, I think I've learned a lot, and it's been really cool too. Like, I've learned a lot about songwriting when I was like able to. Sometimes I would have like an unreleased song and I would play it with my band, and then it would kind of help me like figure out the rest of it as we were doing that. It's nice to be able to do those kinds of things.
Yeah. And do you feel, because this year you spent a lot of time just like strictly focusing just on like writing and making the music, do you feel like the 10 or plus songs that you were about to put out, you think they're like the strongest writing you've had yet?
Yes, I'm very proud of them. I am very proud of all aspects of the song. I'm proud of the instrumentals, the singing.
And, I don't want to press too much into this, but I'm wondering though, is this all ramping up to like an EP or an album?
Yeah, it's gonna be at least one EP. Yeah, so Inner Monologue was like the first one from that, and then
you're rolling out the red carpet right now.
Yeah, and I have another song coming out in like 2 weeks from now called Band-Aid. And that'll be the next one.
Nice. And so tell me, because you've been making music for a long time now, I would say. And who are some influences that inspired your music?
I mean, what's interesting? Recently, I've been doing this thing where I just want to get into the car with someone and just listen to whatever it is that they're playing.
Okay.
And I know that's whatever, right? But I'm like, I already know what I listen to every day, so it's been really cool. Like, just to have other people play, and I mean, maybe again, this is what I used to do on tour. Like, my drummer, he would always like have a different album playing, and I would just like to listen to that. So I've been doing a lot of that recently, and I feel like you can learn a lot about music in general from listening to songs that maybe you wouldn't usually, but also you can learn a lot about the people in your life that way too. If you just like, especially in these like long car rides that I used to have, like 3, 4, 5 hours, I would just like, someone would have the aux and I would just listen, So I would literally listen to everything. But I'd say for a while, I was really listening to the Strokes. That was like, and I think that everyone who makes like indie music has listened to the Strokes at some point, right? I like made a joke on TikTok where I was like, everyone has like a Strokes phase where they want to use the same chord progressions.
They knew what they were doing.
I was like, that was me. For sure. I mean, I don't know.
So driving down here, did you drive with someone too? Do you listen to their music, or is it just you?
I did, and he played jazz instrumentals the whole time, so that's what we listened to.
Also fun. But because I know you moved, like once you became, basically became an adult from Illinois, you moved straight to LA, correct?
I moved to,
or was it Chicago first and then?
Yeah, I lived in Chicago for a few years, and then I moved here to LA in last year, like over a year ago.
Last year, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it before or after? Because I saw you last year when you played with Wallace too.
Oh yeah, that's like right around when I just moved here because I
Wow.
moved here last year in August. So
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
was a really interesting drive because it was 3 or 4 days, and I have 3 cats, and we drove with all 3 of them.
Was it too much of a pain? Was it okay or
It
what?
was, I mean, it was, it was fine.
Oh, nice.
But I always like to tell, I don't know, just find that interesting. We just traveled cross country with them, and we're here now, and I think they really like California.
Mm-hmm.
I think they like
Do you like
all
California?
of the yes,
Okay.
I do. I think they like all of like the nature smells. You know how animals are; they can probably smell that.
That's cool. And so you just moved to LA last year, and I feel like, as an adult, I feel like because especially now that you moved to a new place, I feel like it's a little bit harder to make friends. Maybe it's easier since you're in the music industry, but I feel like in general, once you're somewhere new, you're a little bit on your own. I feel like it's harder to, just find people your age to like connect with. Do you agree, or do you think it's different for you?
I am very lucky that I knew a lot of people who lived in the area before I moved here.
Nice.
So for sure, I'd say. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I knew like a lot, so I was very lucky in that way, and I think a lot of that had to do with me having that touring experience, because when you're traveling, I met a lot of people even when I was still living in Chicago that were based in California.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and one of my close friends just moved, Jordana. She just moved to.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing the show with in December.
Yes. Oh, see, you connected it all together. Yeah.
I mean, I've used Jordana too. She's great.
Oh, nice.
She's so funny.
She's such a nice person.
She's such a kid.
Yeah, I like to hang out with her, and obviously Billy.
Yeah, Billy's great too.
Yeah, I like to go out and I like to meet new people.
Luckily, you have like a strong group of friends even when you moved to LA already. But I'm wondering right now in San Diego today, right now as we're speaking, would you like to make new friends? Do you want to be friends right now?
Sure, I already consider you my friend.
Hell yeah,
so.
put it there. Right. Well, the thing I love to do for my friends is give them gifts.
Oh.
It's my love language.
Okay.
So I have some gifts for you. First one, I know, it's supposed to be winter, it's supposed to be chilly, but, fortunately and unfortunately, we live in SoCal. So it's a little bit hard to wear winter clothes, but, when eventually it does get cold, I'm sure this will help you. I thrifted this because like how you thrifted your blazer. I thrifted this Earl Sweatshirt hoodie.
Oh.
And so I got this for you because I knew that he was a rapper you did like.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully, I will say it's it gets cold at night.
Yeah, that's true.
It gets very cold at night. So
I
think I'll be able to wear this sooner rather than later. And sometimes you'll go into a grocery store and the air conditioning will be really cold. So
that is true. That is true.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. But that's not all. And you didn't mention these, but I heard they were early influences for you. First one is Amy Winehouse.
Oh.
And since you're playing live, I got you when she played live at Glastonbury.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wow, this is like artists that I used to listen to in high school. Wow. You're really bringing me back right now. This is so cool. Thank you.
All right. But that's not all, though. We have one last gift for you. And I think this is a really big influence that you didn't name, but I'm sure you'll still love it. And it's Paramore.
Oh, thank you so much.
25th anniversary edition.
Has it been 25 years?
No, that's wrong. I think it's 25 years of Fueled by Ramen, but it is a limited edition vinyl though. Silver.
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
These are all like artists I listened to in high school for sure. So
Vans Warped Tour.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Well, actually, I love that.
Anyone else never played Vans Warped Tour. But yeah, she was big. Okay. And I know, like, I probably even still to this day, you've done like so many odd jobs or like, just retail and service everything. You probably could like even write a book about like how many jobs you've done. But I did lie. There was one last gift for you. And this gift comes with a story. I want you to explain your time here. And it's when you worked at Olive Garden.
Yeah. I was one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
I think it was like $9 an hour or something like that.
Crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
How was your time there?
I don't remember much. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Did you like eating the food there?
Yeah, I actually ate the food like every single day.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was like $1 breadsticks.
$1 breadstick. Well, I think it's like what, unlimited breadsticks, right? And it's like unlimited breadsticks, like soup and salad or something like that.
Yeah, so that was like the discount that you would get if you worked there. Just $1 for soup, salad, and breadsticks.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so I would eat there pretty much every single day. And yeah, I haven't been there in like over a year, but I still think about the 5-cheese CD.
That's cool. And tell me, so that was one of your first jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about one of your first gigs when you performed in Louisville.
Yeah, that was like one of my first ever shows, and I was still living with my parents at the time, and I wasn't like allowed to go, but I just drove anyways, me and my friends, and I think it took like 5 or 6 hours, and that same night we drove home.
Kind of crazy, huh?
Which I would never do that now.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was. I would that was one of my. I don't remember if it was my first show, but it was like one of my first shows. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dang. Are you gonna bring this vibe? I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really energetic. I'm saving, my energy for the performance as well. I'm gonna jump up and down, and yeah.
I can't wait to see. But speaking about performances, I have a performance to show you. And it's you playing back then. And it's funny because it is a Paramore song.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think it's You Are the Only Exception.
You want to know something really funny?
Yeah.
I can't play guitar as well as I used to anymore.
Really?
No, and I need to get back into it. It's because when I was on the road, I didn't play. So when I was gone so often, I didn't have the opportunity to practice. I still play guitar in all of my recordings, but
yeah, no, you've been playing shows for a while, and I'm pretty sure that show you played like at a bar, and I bet that's not the first time you played like at bars, underage. So tell me what it was like, because I'm pretty sure, at least in California, specifically San Diego, if you're under 18, you're playing somewhere 21 up, like immediately you just get kicked out.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. What I did was I lived in Waukegan, and they have this thing called Art Walk, and I would just play at like a restaurant or like a bar or like in a various like shop or art gallery every month, just to make some extra money. It's like busking, I think it's what it's called. But I used to do that, and I would just do like covers of different songs. I like how, with everything that you're doing, you're going very far back. Like my memory is so bad. Sometimes I don't even remember what I did last week, but today you're remembering everything.
It's like I was there,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I lived in Waukegan too.
Maybe you did, and I just didn't know.
All right. Well, thank you for taking time to interview. We've talked a lot about the past. Let's talk about the future now. So you said you have like 10 plus songs coming out, I guess an EP at least. What else can you tell me? What's happening? Tell me a little bit more about the shows coming out, your social media, what else you got?
I'm just making more music. I mean, I think I'm going to start playing more shows eventually too, but for now I'm just making a lot of music. I'm posting on TikTok too.
Okay. That's great. TikTok, Instagram. Tell me.
I'm like shit
what's your
posting.
handles?
Jackie Hayes, JACK1EHAYES.
All right.
On everything. But yeah, I like to post on TikTok. I don't really talk about music that much. I like to just shit post on there because, why not?
Anything else?
Anything else? Well, I'm about to play the show right now. So I'm excited for that.
All right, that's a wrap.
Yeah.